Well, evening everyone. My name is Shadi, and this is how you say it, so it's not Shady, right? And my last name is Abu Yusuf, so it's not abusive, if you please, right? So, because Shady abusive would be a horrible name, obviously. So, right, okay. In this episode, I'm going to talk about classroom management, but not only in this episode, actually. It will be a short series of episodes. And I'm going to cover classroom management, and in today's episode I'll be talking about gestures. So gestures in the classroom, and remember, during this video I'm talking about teaching adults. Now the question is using gestures in the classroom important? And the answer is, of course it is very important, because again, as teachers, we use gestures in the classroom for so many different reasons. Sometimes we use gestures to show students that they've made a mistake. So we use gestures for error correction. And of course, in this scenario, we want our gestures to be sensitive and to be nice as well. Also, we use gestures to teach new vocabulary sometimes. We use gestures maybe because we want students to work in pairs. Maybe we use gestures because we want them to work in groups. So we also use gestures for what we call interaction patterns. So gestures are very important in a classroom, as much important as they are in real life. We use gestures all the time in real life, and of course we use gestures in a classroom. So from this question, let's move to the coming one, which is with which levels are gestures more important? And we would say normally a good teacher would use gestures with all levels. However, gestures are more important and more effective also with lower levels. And when we say lower levels, we're talking about starters, elementary, pre-intermediate, A1, A2, these levels. And the reason why we say that that gestures are very important, because those students at this lower level, they don't have much English. They don't have a lot of English language. So the teacher cannot use a lot of English to clarify meanings. So you cannot use a lot of definitions with this level, for example, because you know that your students don't have English. So how would they understand this? And because of this, gestures are very important. So if you want to teach the word disgusting, all what you need to do is to pull your face a bit and you go like and then students would understand the meaning of disgusting just like that. So if you want to teach the word massive, all what you need to do is use your hands and you go massive, and then students understand that you're talking about something that is very big. So I would say yes, gestures are very important, but they are also more important with lower levels. So if you are teaching on a professional course like CELTA or CERTISO or a TEFL course, you need to be careful because your gestures are actually assessed in a classroom, and people need to see that you're very efficient with your gestures. Okay, so let's move to another part here, which is using too many gestures. Okay, and I'd say normally in the classroom, especially with lower levels, we would be using gestures more than what we do in reality. So it would be a bit unnatural in reality that we use a lot of gestures for everything that we say. Yes, we use gestures in reality, but not for every thing or for every word that we say. Well, in the classroom, sometimes with the elementary students or starter students or true beginners, we would need to use a lot of gestures, because actually our gestures would be one of the ways of clarifying meaning. However, be careful, because some teachers take using gestures to a whole different level, and they exaggerate when they use the gestures. And I saw this a lot in so many TEFL courses and CELTA courses, especially with teachers who come from teaching young learners backgrounds. So those teachers spent a lot of time teaching young learners, and then when they want to make this move and start teaching adults, sometimes they're kind of hyperactive in the classroom, and they use a lot of gestures and a lot of body movements in a way that might, make adult students feel uncomfortable. And I saw before a teacher nearly flying in a classroom, in an adult classroom, for no obvious reason, and moving here and there, and it was too much, and it was very confusing, and it was obvious that adult students didn't like it. It was clear on the faces. So again, I would say not too many gestures. Use gestures when you want to teach and clarify meanings, but not too many, okay, in order not to confuse your students. Now, another question, which is, are there gestures we need to avoid as teachers? And the answer would be, of course, yeah. I mean, you cannot use any gestures in the classroom. There are gestures that you need to avoid as a teacher. And one of those gestures is this one. Well, that's a horrible gesture, which is pointing at a student. This is a gesture that you need to avoid at all costs. Why? Because again, pointing at people does not make them comfortable, and when the students are uncomfortable in the classroom, when they feel unsafe, it is more difficult for them to learn. So all the time you need to make your students comfortable, and because when you point at someone, it's kind of threatening here. So please avoid pointing at the students at all costs. Don't point at them. Someone might say, but wait a minute, Shadi, we need to point at the students because we want one student to answer a question. How would I get this student to answer a question without pointing at him or her? Well, I mean, the answer simply is by using this gesture. Use your open palm. What's wrong with this? That's absolutely great. I mean, there is nothing wrong with this. Just if you want to give the floor to one of your students, all what you need to do is to use an open palm. But using your finger and pointing at your student, no, this is not advisable at all. Don't do this in the classroom. It makes the students feel bad, and it's not nice. And in so many cultures, I mean, I would say most cultures, it's hated, it's not right.